Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello. Sorry, I'm confused because I still hear something and it should be silent when I'm about to go live. No, I'm just joking. I hope everybody is well. Sashina, hitting the like, subscribed already, and chatting it up. You're amazing. Also a supporter of the channel by being a member. You joined. Thank you. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I've had a very busy day today. Very busy. I'm not kidding. I wish I was sort of kidding, but I am not. I did not only all... Hi, Casey Carey. I did not only all my court chores today, aka recording different courts, which I got a lot of, but I also scrubbed my floors today because I'm not planning on doing any chores tomorrow, it being my birthday. So, I did them all today. I don't know if that really is like the essence of it, but that's the way that it's gonna work. Aw, you're so sweet, Sashina. Hi, Courtney. Okay, so first things first, we are not going to start with the Chipotle one that's coming up, but it is a Chipotle matter. I'll leave it at that. You'll have to see what I mean by that. Stay tuned to find out. Oh, my neck. Like I said, I have done a lot. Oh, how many steps am I at? Not that many. 5,636 steps. 56. 5656. Oh, that's a nice number. 5656 is indeed a nice number. Where is that fucking case, Paisley? Oh, no. Which one was it? It was the one, not that one. Oh, God. So much happened today already. So much happened, that's what I say. Oh.
We're hearing
wrong
calls number
scene, Paisley.
DF1303.
No, we're not, ma'am. No, we're not. That's not what we're doing. Wrong court, wrong case. This is where we're at.
Okay. All right. Both are present. Petition says the father is unknown. State's ready to proceed with the case.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would like the court to take judicial notice that the biological mother, Joshua Kennedy, is present in court today, and a copy of the state's petition was sent to her via email.
So noted.
We have a partial agreement with all matters agreed.
Yay, Brooklyn! Thank you so much. Why is the... Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. Did I fix it? I think I might have fixed it. Let's just see if I did. Oh, who's Kevin? That's right, it's a joke. Why are they using Kevin as joke? But look, I've just moved this over here. Yay! I'm so thankful, Brooklyn. And this is not sped up. These people are talking this fast.
To accept further retroactive child support, I will read the agreed portions into the record. Parties are in agreement to be named joint managing conservators with the custodial parent, the grandmother, to designate the primary residence in the Dallas and contiguous counties, and the non-custodial parent, the mother, to be given standard possession. Parties are in agreement for the kids to continue under the government plan. Non-custodial parent is currently unemployed, so the state used minimum wage to calculate support, and there are no other children other than the children at the case today. Child support to be set at $262 a month. Medical support to be set at $113 a month, beginning April 1st, 2025. No request for retroactive medical support or dental support. Parties are in agreement that there's been no family violence in the last 2 years, and there's no request for non-disclosure. Ms. Kennedy, can you please state your full name? Ms. Tanya Kennedy, can you please state your full name?
Tanya Lachelle Kennedy.
Ma'am, can you state the name and ages of the children?
Katie Joyce Smith, 16. Christina Marie Kennedy, 14.
Ma'am, did you hear the agreements that I just read?
Yes,
Are they still your agreements?
yes,
Do you believe they're in the best interest of the children?
yes,
And you're asking the court to accept it today?
yes.
The state calculated retroactive support for the last 3 years using minimum wage, and that came out to $10,440. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
Has the mother given you any money to assist with the financial expenses of the children?
She gave me she give the children money because we got to the point where me and her couldn't speak at one while. So I told her, as long as she was giving them money, for their personal need, because I got injured at work, but for to be a year and a half or a year now. And then so I asked her to just continue to help her children because I couldn't. And that's the
Lately, I noticed that YouTube does allow 3X cellulite yoga pants on my phone. When I'm watching a video, it'll let me not if you hold it down, it goes to 2X, but if you go to your settings, playback speed, yeah, I can go to 3X now. 3X. They're like, this bitch talks fast, listens worse. Let's let her go to 3X.
money that she said she gave them, but it was periodically to where she didn't give them as much as I think she should have. It's hard to explain it, but she gave more. Her retro pay should be less than the 10,000. Is what I'm saying. It shouldn't be that much.
Okay. Would you be in agreement for her to receive credit of $5,000?
Yes,
Okay. So you would be in agreement for a judgment of $5,540?
yes,
Okay. And would you be in agreement if she repaid that as $60 a month?
yes.
Okay. Pass the witness. Miss Joshua Kennedy, can you please state your full name?
Josh Renee Kennedy.
Ma'am, did you hear the earlier portions that I read as an agreement?
Yes,
Are they still your agreement?
yes,
And do you believe they're in your children's best interests?
yes,
And you're asking the court to accept it today?
yes,
And you heard that the state calculated 36 months of child support in the amount of $10,440, and the grandmother's giving credit for $5,000, making a judgment of $5,440. Would you be in agreement to that amount for a judgment?
not really.
Okay, ma'am, have you been giving money to the grandmother for the financial maintenance of your children?
No, well, recently, no.
Have you given money in the 36 months? The past
Yes.
36 months? How
Not
much?
to my mom. Not to my
How-
mom. That's not how we. That's not how we. Maintain financial.
Ma'am, wait till I ask a question and then answer my question. And then at the end, I'll give you an opportunity to add anything further, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So you said you've been given money, not directly to your mom, but to your children. How much would you say you've given in total in the 36 months that you've been giving money to your children?
Thousands of dollars. I mean, I have two separate Cash App accounts. One account I had got locked out because I couldn't update my ID because at the time, I guess it was something going on with Cash App a year ago in the summertime or something like that. and it locked me out. But I was without an ID for like 3 months because of now we have to have this appointment for ID. So it locked me out. And then when I finally got my ID, I couldn't access it. Even
Okay,
when I did, submit my ID, I can access it. So I can't I can't pull up my account information as far as payments to my daughter, Katie, is where the payments dominantly go to.
okay.
But
Would you say that you've given more or less than the $5,000 that the grandmother said?
honestly speaking, it may have been more, it may be less, it may be even. Honestly, I don't know, but
Okay. Okay, so you're unclear of how much you've given. You don't know if it's more than 5,000 and you don't know if it's less than 5,000.
it may be equal to it. Like, I mean, I'm being honest. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
that's
Like, I'm
fine.
not going to sit here and say that I gave more. I'm not going to sit here and say that I gave less. But I just wanted to be clear that I do financially take care of my kids and I do financially pay for their well being. And
Okay,
that's how she wanted it. It was never me give money or cash out directly to my mom. It was never that way. Never.
okay.
I mean, I did when I lived with her for 4 months, what, 4 or 5 years. I think maybe 5, 6 years. But see, I was giving her extra money, and that's
Okay,
what it was.
okay. The state's asking for a repayment of $60 a month. Are you in agreement to repay the arrears at $60 a month starting April 1st, 2025?
$60 a month to what?
To repay the arrears,
What's that?
5,400. Okay, ma'am, the state calculated child support arrears in the amount of $10,440 a month. The grandmother has said she's giving credit for about $5,000 to money sent to her and the children for about $5,000. That leaves a judgment amount of $5,440 a month. And the state's asking you to repay that at $60 a month, beginning April 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement to that?
Okay.
Pass the witness,
So
Your Honor.
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
a question.
Ms. Kennedy, do you need help looking for a job? We have a program called Choices. They can help you look for work if you're a Dallas County resident.
Oh, I saw that
Okay.
in the waiting room.
Okay. Are you interested in joining that program so they can help you?
No, I don't. I don't have trouble looking for a job.
You're not gonna get in trouble for looking for a job, but they will help you.
Huh?
You're not gonna get in trouble for looking for a job. We're just trying to help you out to get you a job so that you can help your mom.
Oh no, I'm already in motion looking for a job.
Okay, but they can help you more. Why would you
I
not like
don't
have extra help?
want my help.
I'm sorry?
Want my help? What? I'm You're talking about the choices that the guy that was on the waiting room earlier, an hour or so ago. The
Yes.
black guy spoke about choices, the program. I know, I understand that. I just said that I looked into that link already. I was already looking at all that.
Okay, so you're interested in joining that program?
Well, I haven't done that much research on this. What I'm saying, I was looking into it.
Okay, well, I mean, I have to order you in if that's what you want to do, because that'll gives us permission to do it. It doesn't cost you anything, and then he can give you more information after I sign you up. You're not gonna get in trouble if you don't do it, but obviously they can't help you if you don't participate. So they do want you to participate with looking for work. They can help you with getting to your job interviews with some travel expenses, and they can send you to some job fairs, maybe even possible retraining. It just depends on the person. So those are things that are possible. You're not gonna get in trouble
I'm a security officer.
It sounds like he's offering you something that is an easy yes, ma'am, and you're supposed to just say yes. This is so out of control. But you're unemployed. You're nothing right now. You're not that right now.
travel expenses, and they can send you to some job fairs, maybe even possible retraining. It just depends on the person. So those are things that are possible. You're not gonna get in trouble.
I'm a security officer. I can't work in any other field. I done tried.
Why?
Because no one will hire me. I've been a security officer since January the 3rd, 2009. My license has never expired. I don't have no other occupation other than that. I
Okay.
mean, I was a cashier back in 2009.
Are
Well,
you
no,
disabled?
8 before I started. Sir?
Are you disabled?
No,
Okay. So again, I don't understand.
I applied at different jobs. Like I applied at McDonald's. I applied at Walmart. Well, no, I haven't. Well, I applied at Walmart years ago, but that's different. But I applied at different jobs to try to like quickly get a job, but nobody has called me back because I don't have any experience.
Okay, so you sounds like you need help. They're willing to help you. I just need to sign you up for the program and they can help you. So I'm not understanding why you don't want help.
I didn't say I don't want help.
Okay, so you're okay with being ordered into the program?
Order seems like a crime.
What's that?
Order seems like a crime. Like I done something wrong or something. Like is it like a demand or something? Is this part of a court order?
I don't understand what you're saying, man. All
You
right,
said you said you have to.
She's being obstinate, Judge. She is obviously defiant. She doesn't like being told what to do, is what she literally just said. Order seems like a crime. Wow. This little puppy I thought could make its own little video. A YouTuber better than I would.
Order me into the assistance program.
yeah, well, the program to help you look for work because that's a requirement of the program, but that doesn't mean that you're in trouble or anything like that.
Okay. Well, order me into the program. When does that start?
Okay. All right. So then, as far as the court order is concerned today, the parts y'all agreed to earlier, those are all fine. For brat child support, I think that was our only issue. I'm gonna take off the $440. So there's a difference of $5,000. So judgment for back child support of $5,000 even to be paid at $60 a month. Ordering choices and court costs is billed. All right. So the Attorney General's office will put that on a court order in writing for me to sign as the court order. They will email you a copy after I sign it. You should hopefully get that in a couple of days if they have your email address. Miss Joshua Kennedy, I need you to wait here a moment. You're going to meet with Mr. Pryor.
Joshua Renee.
You're going to
Joshua Renee.
Okay. You're going to wait here just a minute to talk to the choice representative, and then you can ask him questions about that program, and he can tell you more, give you more information. Need you to wait here just a moment. After you're done with Mr. Pryor, then you can leave for the day as well. And then Miss Tanya Kennedy, you can go ahead and leave for the day now. All right. Just look out for the invite, Miss Joshua Renee, for that so they send you to the other room. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Joshua Renee. Joshua Renee. Her name is Joshua Renee. That reminded me of another part of a hearing from earlier today. But where was it from? Which court today? Was it him? What was it that she said? Oh, it was the Ravinskys. Because I did end up getting that entire case. Let me get to the
Watson and Alexis
Ravinsky
Hart,
here.
please unmute.
Because the lady's wearing a hat. I was bemused as well. Here we go. This one. Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo?
It's not a dental.
Hold on, ma'am. You need to back up. We're not ready yet. Now we're ready. Judy Pitt at her house with her ceiling
All right,
fan
Jamar
on.
McKay
hitting
and
bingos
Jacqueline
for people.
Ravinsky, turn on your camera and unmute again, please. All right, let me just start over here. Do y'all both swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. I guess it's a contested matter on all issues. So go ahead and proceed with your first witness activity.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Ravinsky, can you please state your name?
Jacqueline Rachel Ravinsky.
Can you state the name and ages of your kids?
Zamira Blanca McKay, she's 6, and Zuri Ness McKay, she's 2.
Who do the children currently live with?
Me.
And are you and Mr. McKay legally married?
I don't know, but we were married in Belize. and then we were supposed to get married here, so I'm not sure. I don't know the laws with that. We tried to get married when he moved here and he didn't want to. So, yes, we were married in another country. I'm not sure if it's recognized, but
So you two were married in Belize.
yes,
Okay. And the children currently live with you.
yes.
Okay. How are your two children
Does
covered
that
for insurance?
is that right? Because that means I didn't even need to get a divorce. I was married in Texas and I live in Canada. Does that mean that my marriage is not legal either? They certainly seemed to think it was quite legal when I went through the divorce. They were like, they didn't give actually very many fucks about the wedding. Nobody was interested in seeing the pictures. Nobody. Nobody.
Comes out of my work paycheck. I have a TRS active care.
Okay. And you covered both children for health and for dental.
I used to have dental and then I had to take it off. I couldn't have, it was really expensive and I couldn't afford it because of I had breast cancer, so my medical bills and everything were just being the bills with that plus being single mom and having everything, I had to cut back on things. And I have a it's not a dental insurance, but it's like an FSA card. So I've been able to put medical on that or their dental so far, even though that's
Okay.
not.
So the health insurance coverage that covers you and your two children, you currently pay $675 a month,
Mhm.
and that's only for 3 people?
Uh, yes. And
Okay.
there's more medical that comes out. I'm just not exactly sure how it works because there's the District of Garland pays, the teachers get also like a $300 I don't know what we call it, like a stipend for teachers for medical as well. So I get, that I think that comes out so mine is paid, but my kids, I have to pay the extra,
Okay.
basically.
But your actual plan is $675 a month.
Yeah, for the girls.
Okay. You and Mr. McKay ceased to live together in 2024, is that correct?
We lived together often. As soon as he got his green card, he came here and he stayed with me back and forth.
Okay.
Hold on. You went through the process of getting him a green card and you're not sure if you're married? They're pretty fucking careful about that kind of shit. You don't get a green card if you're not. Isn't there all the processes and stuff? I don't understand.
Yes,
You could
until
give us
2024.
Ms. Rubinsky, if you could give us short answers, that would be helpful.
Okay, so sorry,
Too much
he
extra
stayed with
information.
me the entire time that,
Okay. You stopped living together in May 2024, is that correct?
yes,
Okay. And you're wanting retroactive child support for that year from May 2024 to March 2025, this month, is that correct?
correct.
Did Mr. McKay give you financial assistance between May 2024 and today, March 2025? Has he given you any money?
Yes, he's given me money, but this is where it's tricky. So if you hear me out,
Ma'am,
as soon as,
ma'am, just tell me how much he gave you.
he gave me like, in August, he gave me $40 for gel mix. He gave me $300. I think when he got his job in December, maybe twice, he gave me three, it was,
Process this, baby. Oh, I'm processing it. Christopher Angleby. I'm going to hopefully process it into coffee next month. for gel mix. Is that what she just said? What is going on here? She is lost in a fog. Lost in a fog. She's wearing some weird fucking bandana hat. And I'll feel really bad if it's like a cancer hat. Like a wig. I'm terrible. Oh. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you.
It was a 305, and then he gave me most
What was the last
recently
number you said? Was it 395?
375.
Okay. Okay, proceed.
And then he gave me I can look on my phone, I think 385, and it was on Cash App, and when you Cash App, it takes out money to receive the money, the funds. So they charge you.
Oh, you didn't do
So it
friends
was
and
about
family?
375 again.
Based on the numbers you gave during negotiation, would you be in agreement to give him credits in the amount of $1,675 towards the retroactive child support?
The money didn't go to child support. I agreed to give him my vehicle because he needed a car for work and our kids needed to be picked up from school because I have to get a nanny after school. So I agreed to give him a vehicle, which he knows he's here. He can agree. He said he would make payments on the car and he lied and did not make payments. And then he told
Carol. Thank you. I love that. It's going to the coffee fund. You hear that, YouTube Daddy? These are for coffee. Can you not take your 30%? Oh, YouTube Daddy takes it always. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This story is weird. You lent him a car. Like, what's going on? What is fucking happening? I'm glad I remembered these folks. And what it was the gel mix? Like pudding? I ordered some pudding today. Also, some crackers.
So I agreed to give him a vehicle, which he knows he's here. He can agree. He said he would make payments on the car and he lied and did not make payments. And then he totaled the car. So I'm having to use all the money I have for that. And that's why I
Ms.
just,
Ravinsky, I don't know how
if he wants,
Ms. Ravinsky, I need you to try to give me short answers and not give me information I don't need. I don't care about the
I guess
car.
if Jamar
So what
wants
I
that,
need,
that's
excuse
fine.
me, I'm talking. We're going to do this in an orderly manner. I need you to focus on just the question only. I don't need to know everything about everything. What we're just trying to find out is how much money did he give you for child support? That's it. Not anything else about a car or anything else. I need you to hold it together here. I know it's emotional here, but I cannot get your testimony if you're crying either. So I need you to answer. The question we're really trying to find out is how much money did he give you for child support for between May of 2024 and March of 2025?
Give me like like what I just said, 3 payments of, one was 300, one was 375, and one was 385.
Okay. Did that
That's
total
it.
up to $1,675?
Yep.
Okay. And that's all. I just need a yes there. Then we kind of know, at least have a starting point here for what you're saying, and then Mr. McKay will chime in later. But we're just trying to figure out.
Coffee fund only, not for use for weed or anything else. $579 today so far. That's half a jar of coffee, but that would last me a whole month. You guys are amazing. Thank you, MPC, for the $5. I so appreciate it. And this case, I didn't even realize she was crying. She's crying, guys.
Out what it is the money you gave. I don't really have anything to do with the car. We're not going to deal with your divorce. We're not going to deal with property dissolution. We're just dealing with the child support. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's you go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, Mr. McKay's,
Oh no, to be clear, Brooklyn, it's $18 for the tin of coffee. And I It's Tim Hortons coffee, and it lasts me a month. And probably more than a month. But yeah, it's a big tin of coffee. I'll show you one. I have one. I always have one. Um, they used to come. I used to be able to get them on Amazon, but sometimes it's not working.
Working at Amazon at 14 hours a week, making $20.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I said Amazon, lady. What the fuck? Oh, and I make coffee by the cup, by the way. So reminder, I have one of those I use pour over. So I just fill up my little thing with like 3 tablespoons of coffee and I pour it over. And I use my nice mug that's not so nice anymore. It's really beat up. But because it stays warm for a long time, and I try and drink maybe 1 or 2 of those a day. Anyways, ma'am, I was talking about Amazon. Is the fact that this is happening, Christopher Engelby! I do drink coffee. That is so true. Thank you so much. But also, is the fact that I can't get my coffee off of Amazon anymore because of Jamar only working 14 hours a week? Who the fuck only works 14 hours a week? You sound like a YouTuber, bro. No, I'm just joking. Most YouTubers I know work like 14 hours a day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, Mr. McKay's working at Amazon at 14 hours a week, making $20.25, and the state used minimum wage to calculate support. The state's calculating child support at the amount of $227 a month, beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that?
I mean, I guess, can I have a question?
No,
If you
answer
can
the
answer
question.
my,
I don't know, like,
You
there's
either
no
agree to
proof
it
that
or you don't agree to
he's
it.
making. The only thing I'm wondering is because he told me he
It's
works
either
full
yes or no
time.
on this question. Do you
So did
agree to
he,
it or you don't agree to it? And then she's probably going to ask you another question to get more information.
do I
Straight
agree
answers,
that
please.
he makes that, or do I agree? Yes, if he makes that, yes, I agree. That's the regulations, I guess.
so
Repeat,
ma'am, are you in, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
repeat the question, Ms. Satterfield.
Thank you. Ma'am, the state's calculating child support at $227 a month, beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that amount?
How did they get that amount?
Need an answer, not a question.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay. We used minimum wage based on his reported income. Medical
still-
support is being calculated at $57 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes. Didn't know
And
if we had to
it's
see a
for
paycheck first to get
930. Shut
verification.
up!
I bet.
Jacqueline, fuck off. 930 grams of Tim Hortons coffee, top quality, for I think $18.95 Canadian. By the way, oh Vicky, you're so sweet. And Vicky, I'm so proud of you for still quitting smoking. Also, if anybody wants to just like have a moment with yourself, just go get your coffee tin, make sure it's pretty empty, and then stick your face right in it and breathe in deep. It's like you're in another dimension. Seriously. I seriously was just like taken to another dimension. Thank you, Vicky, so much. And thank you, Chris, as always. You know I drink coffee. You know I love coffee.
I guess we'll just take his word for it.
I need you to answer yes or no. If you say
Yes,
yes,
I mean, I
it's
don't,
very easy. If you say no, then you can tell us why. But you're answering kind of maybe doesn't really give me
I
an answer.
don't feel
So if
like
you
I know what
listen,
I'm.
listen. I know you're having trouble.
Muted! Muted by myself. Look at her. She's so angry. I'm saying thank you, Brooklyn. I can make that happen. I can smoke another joint and then I'm muted. So mad. Oh, it's funny. I thought he had left to go get the items. He hasn't. Anyways, look at Jacqueline. Oh my God, Beverly. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna have to get a spreadsheet today to mark down what everything's for so that I properly spend it. Thank you so much, Beverly, for coffee. You can see how empty we're getting here. Oh my God. I love it. I love it though. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you. And if you guys can get this coffee, you should try it. A lot of you can get it at Walmart. This is just the original blend. It is my favorite coffee. I save a lot of money by eating or drinking this coffee at home instead of going out to Timmy's all the time. Erica, you did not miss it all. We're right in the middle of this. She's having a bit of a freak out, I would say, right? I brew it, yeah. So, like, I have a little coffee cup, and you put the filter in it, and then you put the coffee in it, and then you pour over the hot water. I think it's like a poor man's pour over. I don't measure anything. I don't weigh anything. I don't grind it right away, but I pour it over.
Easy.
Culver's and coffee. Oh my gosh. Christopher, if I could have Culver's, would I be a happy lady? Yes. Yes, I would. I dream of it. They have the deep fried cheese curds, right? Oh, thank you so much.
If you say no, then you can tell us why. But you're answering kind of maybe doesn't really give me
I
an answer.
don't feel
So if
like
you
I know what
listen. I know you're having trouble listening, Miss.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Listen, Linda. That's what he sounds like he's saying. And we were right at Brooklyn telling me to smoke joint, which I'll do now. Thank you. Thank you all. We're so on track today. I appreciate it, guys. We are doing so good. I've done all my chores. I'm so proud.
If you say no, then you can tell us why. But you're answering kind of maybe doesn't really give me
I
an answer.
don't feel
So if
like
you
I know what
listen. I know you're having trouble listening, Miss Ravinsky, and I'm not trying to be difficult with you. I'm just trying to get the information I need so that I can make a decision. If you agree to what she's asking, what the state is asking, you say yes, we move on to the next subject. If you're not in agreement, you can also say no, I don't agree, or just no. And then Ms. Satterfield's next question would be is why don't you agree? And then you can
Okay,
ask
then
her
no.
more information. Are you talking over me again?
No. I'm sorry.
So
I'm making
I'm trying to
my
explain it to you because you think that I'm being difficult with you, but you're being difficult with me because I need you to answer in a clear way, specifically on the topic of what we're talking about. If you don't agree, that's fine. I'm not trying to twist your arm.
Bye, Christopher. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow for my birthday party. Love you, friend. Have a good night. Also, this lady is just being obstinate again.
But you can't answer a question with another question. I need you to give us an answer. And then if it's something we're unclear about, I'm pretty sure Ms. Atafi is going to ask you some clarifying questions right after that. If you agreed to it, that's fine. Then we're going to move to the next topic. That's basically where we are. Okay, so I need you to answer truthfully and honestly, like we started out at the beginning. Please try to stay
Not
on
yet, Erica, but
topic
the mail is
so that I can get the
slowly
information I need about what to do. But you're kind of giving us a question every time we ask you a question. We're not getting anywhere.
the keyboard.
Okay, do we understand each other, Ms. Ravinsky? Okay, so let me ever ask you the question again about the medical support. Ms. Atafi, go ahead and answer that. Ask that one again, please.
Thank you. The state calculated
Just wait
medical
till you hear what
support
she did
at
to him, Carol, because he does speak. Her pride is hurt, but so is his. They're mean to each other. Swear to God, they're just fucking miserable to each other. Everybody's miserable in a lot of these cases. We're not miserable people, though. We don't have to be miserable. You sent a PayPal as well, Erica? I will look at that. I didn't check that. I will go look.
$57 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement for Mr. McKay to pay that?
No.
And can
No, she's not in agreement, but I am. Thank you, Erica. Happy birthday. A PayPal for me. You're amazing. Amazon sold out of Tim Hortons coffee and PC. Oh, that is terrible news. But Erica's made it slightly better, sending me a PP. Thank you so much. Where's that thank you? Where's the separate thank you? Also, I saw that Ryan Holyall was live yesterday, you guys. I'm gonna have to just do this, but it's gonna be like a practice one, but I'll mean it. I'll mean it from my heart. And the number will probably not be accurate because I can't set the number. Again, who the fuck is Kevin? Why is he getting all of the fame right now when we should be saying thank you to Erica, not Kevin? And it wasn't that amount. And thank you so much. And I will keep an eye out, Erica. Appreciate that. There's always somebody home. So I know you Americans are worried about my packages going missing. Don't worry. Knock on wood, my packages will not go missing. And thanks again, Kevin. I dated a Kevin once. At least once.
you explain why?
All I'm wondering, the reason why is I just wanted verification of the hours maybe that he works, because I was from what he communicated with me on a very short notice, is that he works full time, 45 hours a week. So this is news to me. I didn't know that he didn't work. And then if there's sorry.
The state used minimum wage to make the calculations because Mr. McKay makes $20.25 an hour
Okay.
at 14 hours a week working for Amazon.
Okay.
And so the gross income is $1,256.67.
Okay.
So that was the number used to calculate the medical support of $57 a month, okay? Okay. Now, retroactive child support based on the state's calculation is $2,457. But you're in agreement to give him credit for $1,675. So the state's asking for a retroactive judgment for child support in the amount of $822 with the payout of $20 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Are you in agreement to be named joint managing conservators with Mr. McKay?
No.
Okay. You're asking to be named sole managing conservator.
Of my children, for sure. Yes.
Do you feel that you and Mr. McKay are unable to make decisions pertaining to your children together?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Are you guys unable to communicate together?
He doesn't communicate. I don't speak. He doesn't answer the phone. He'll go months without communication. Months and months.
Okay. Has there been acts of family violence in the last 2 years between you and Mr. McKay?
There's been a lot of horrible things, so yes.
Okay. Did you say verbal or horrible? I'm sorry.
There's been a lot of trauma and traumatic things that have happened, yes.
In the last 2 years.
Yes.
And has the police been called out on any of these occasions?
No, no.
Has there been any incident reports filed pertaining to the incidents that you're talking about?
No,
Okay. And has there been any family violence against the children in the last 2 years?
no, they've just been in the home with, witnessing.
Okay. And I think you're saying there have been verbal instances.
Um, I would say I mean, I'm not allowed to be specific, or last year got a little physical is when he was
Okay.
living with me. So yeah,
So there was physical violence between you and Mr. McKay last year.
yes, it's not like he didn't hit me or anything, but we are like the aggression, pushing each other and stuff like that.
Okay, so you two were shoving each other.
I mean, this is hard to talk about because he's right here. So,
Okay.
it's
Do you have any safety concerns with Mr. McKay knowing your address or
he
your
already
phone
knows
number?
my address. He knows my address already.
Let's say you were to move, for instance, would you have any safety concerns with him having your address or phone number?
I don't want him having my address.
So you're asking
Yes.
for a non-disclosure of your address in the future?
Yes.
Okay. Would you be in agreement to Mr. McKay having a standard possession order with the children, and that's first, third, and fifth weekends of the month from Friday to Sunday and alternating holidays?
Um, I'm not that agreement. That's a
You're
different
not in
one.
agreement with him having standard possession.
What is standard possession, like where he just takes them and goes?
So standard possession is he would be able to get the children Fridays at 6 p.m. through Sundays 6 p.m. on the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month. You two would alternate holidays. He would get Father's Day, you would get Mother's Day, and then he would get 30 uninterrupted days during the summer periods. That's what states the standard would be. Are you in agreement with that?
I want to say no, but can I explain, like, if there can be any modifications? He doesn't live alone. He lives with a bunch of adults he has other adults, other men in the home, and I have two little girls. They don't have their own room. If it was just him in his apartment, I would love that. But he's in a place, like, I don't even know if I have a say in this, but he's with other
So you're not
adults.
in agreement.
Yeah, not, I would, no.
Okay,
Like,
so are you wanting him to have supervised visitation?
yes,
Okay, something like Saturdays 12 to 8?
absolutely, that would be fine.
Supervised by who?
Any family member, anybody.
Would you be in agreement for that to only be for a few months, maybe 2 months?
Sure. Yep.
And then after that, would you be in agreement for standard possession after that period of possession?
I mean, I prefer to him to have his own place so that there's other men not around if he, or like even their own room. I don't know, like there's men involved. I don't know.
Oh, okay, we can move on. Ma'am, you're asking to have the uncle, Carlos Castellanos, be the one supervising Mr. McKay, is that correct?
Yeah, he's just an uncle that lives close by, so he would be willing to spend the time to do that.
Okay, and they would be he would supervise at Mr. McKay's residence or Mr. Castellanos' residence?
I was thinking a mutual location, like at the Firewheel Mall or
for 8 hours, 12 to 8.
Jamar's always been welcome to come to my, like, he could supervise at my house and I could leave. He's always
Okay.
been welcome to do that.
Okay. You're asking not to have a geographic restriction. Are you planning to move from the Dallas and surrounding counties anytime soon?
I'm unsure. I have offers from a teacher, so, but
So you're not in agreement to designate Dallas and the contiguous counties as your primary areas of residence? Is that correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you aware that the father has 2 other children that we gave him credit for?
Jamar told me that the little girl, when I met him, was his cousin that he helps out. And then the son, by many people, say that it's not his. So I don't know with Jamar. I know he doesn't pay for either one of them. So it's news to me.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, call Mr. McKay.
Mr. McKay, can you please state your full name?
Jamar Charles McKay,
And the name of your 2 children?
Zamira Blanca McKay, Zuri Ness McKay.
And Mr. McKay, is it true that the children live with Ms. Rovinsky?
Yes, that's true.
And you 2 separated in May of 2024?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Sir, you stated that you're currently working for Amazon
Yes, ma'am.
and that you work 14 hours a week
Yes, ma'am.
and you make $20.25 an
That's right.
hour. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, would you be willing to be ordered into the Choices program to help you find full-time employment?
I actually have another job that I just went in for to work full time at nighttime for Home Depot. And I
When
got
did that start?
this starts on Thursday.
It starts on Thursday?
Yeah, I go in there and I don't start the job. I go in there for their final assessment. I did everything else. They sent me the congratulation letter or whatever it's called and tell me to come in on Thursday for their final assessment. So I go from there to see if I get that job. And if not, I don't mind getting to that program, but I live in Frisco, Texas.
Okay, sir, would you be in agreement to set for temporary orders till you actually secure this new job?
Sure,
Okay, and we can reserve the support and arrears until you actually begin your new job.
that's fine. Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Okay, now for the other matters, the mother's requesting to be named sole managing conservator. Are you in agreement for her to be named sole managing conservator?
No,
Are you asking to be
no.
named joint managing conservator?
Yes, ma'am. Joint managing conservator is fine.
Okay, are you able to make decisions with the mother for your children?
On a good day, yeah. From the time, yeah, I am able to make wise decisions with her because she would say make that decision and run it by me, and we would more than likely agree about it. If I don't have something to say, we would say it there before the decision is made. So yeah,
Would you like the court to order you two to communicate through an app called AppClose?
sure, that's fine.
Okay. Are you in agreement to have supervised visits 12 to 8, first, third, fifth weekends of the month with your children?
Yeah, sure,
Okay. And to be supervised by Carlos Castellanos?
sure, that's fine.
Okay. And for 3 months?
That's fine. Yes, ma'am.
And then after that, the standard possession?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in agreement for the mother not to have a geographic restriction?
Does that mean am I in agreement to have her move away with my kids? Is that what that means?
That means that you would be in agreement that if she receives a job offer and wants to move from the Dallas and surrounding counties, that she could do so without a court order.
No, no, ma'am. I do not agree with that.
Okay, so you're asking for a geographic restriction.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you in agreement? You said you have two other children that are biological children of yours?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I said yes.
Okay. Your Honor, the state passes the witness and the state asks for matters of support and arrears to be reserved and reset for a couple of months to give Mr. McKay an opportunity to begin this new job with Home Depot.
I'm not wanting to do a temporary order. If you want to ask me
Okay.
questions about retroactive, then I can decide.
Okay. That'd be fine, Your Honor. Mr. McKay, the state is wanting to set child support at $227 based on minimum wage. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am. I guess, yeah, sure.
Okay. The state's asking to set medical support at $57 a month, beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
The state calculated retroactive child support from May 2024 to March 2025, which is the period you two ceased to live together. And the amount we calculated was $2,457, and you were given a credit of $1,675, making the total judgment $822. Are you in agreement with that?
No, ma'am.
You don't believe you owe her any retroactive child support?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Have you given her more than
No,
$1,675?
no, ma'am. But she sold over three to $4,000 of my tools when I tried to take it. She refused to give it to me, turned around and sold it on Facebook. I lost all my work because I was a handyman with my tools. I don't have any work. I can't do any work because she sold all of my tools, and that was $6,000 worth of tools. And I can show you the Facebook post that she did and sold everything. I don't have a
Okay.
single screwdriver. So
Okay.
I believe the money from that she sold it for should take care of whatever I owe her in within 3 months. Because that's
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the state's calculation of $822, the state's asking that you repay that at the amount of $20 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
So
It's
you'll
fine.
repay that $20. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll get it out my way, anything to get it out my way. So it's fine.
Okay. Court costs are billed to you today, sir. You in agreement?
Excuse me?
Court costs are billed to you today. Are you in agreement?
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm not agreeing, not at all.
Okay. All right, I passed the witness, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to make a ruling based on what y'all have told me today. Yeah, I don't think either one of you are going to like it, but that's what I'm ruling based on what y'all have presented. As far as insurance, obviously insurance is very expensive. I guess there's really no other options there. Mother is going to carry insurance. If you find another job, Mr. McKay or Mr. Ravinsky, then find out if they have insurance that's cheaper.
Hi, thank you
I know
so
from experience, teachers
much.
don't
I
have cheap
appreciate that.
insurance,
Hold
so
on, Judge. Tons of fun carving. Popping in to pop in £2 and say hi, pretty lady, and the chat. Thanks. Thank you so much.
carry insurance. If you find another job, Mr. McKay or Mr. Ravinsky, then find out if they have insurance that's cheaper. I know from experience, teachers don't have cheap insurance, so that probably won't change depending on what school district you're in. But if you find insurance, either one of you find insurance that's cheaper, then that might be a better way to go because the $675 a month is teetering on an unreasonable amount of money. So but that's all that we have available as of today. So as far as conservatorship, I'm ordering that Mr. Ravinsky be a sole managing conservator. She can make decisions without Mr. McKay regarding educational or medical decisions. That's mainly because y'all don't communicate well together. I understand some of that mostly is Mr. Ravinsky not communicating well, but maybe it's a mutual thing as well. So I've got to make a decision. We got to make a decision for the kids. So I'm doing sole managed conservatorship. I'm finding there's been no family violence in the last 2 years, so I'm not making any finding. That's the finding I'm making regarding that issue. Issues you had with arguing with each other are not family violence. There's no evidence of anything else. Um, as far as restriction to that, Ms. Ravinsky is to live in Dallas or any contiguous county, so you cannot move out of the DFW area. You can live in Dallas County or any county that touches Dallas, from Tarrant to Collin to Kaufman, any county that touches Dallas, you can move to, but you must live in this area so that Mr. McKay can exercise his visitation rights. On visitation, there's no reason to do supervised visitation. You're wanting me to assume and speculate that the men that Mr. McKay lives with are sex offenders and they're going to do something to the children. And I cannot assume that. I don't have any evidence to that. I cannot dictate to you how those kinds of things as far as who your roommates are and things like that. Mr. McKay has to have rights to visit with his kids, and both of y'all as parents are supposed to make sure that your children are safe when they're with you. So I would expect that if y'all are around somebody that's dangerous, that you probably wouldn't want to leave the kids around that person, or you would at least be supervising during that time. That's not enough of a reason for me to do supervised visitation, just because we're speculating that something's going to happen. So I'm ordering a standard visitation. Mr. McKay has the right to pick up the kids from your residence, Mr. Ravinsky, on Friday at 6 on those weekends, every other weekend, first, third, and fifth weekends until Sunday at 6. He will bring the children back. And then holidays are split up. And he also has the right to visit every Thursday night if he chooses from 6 to 8 every week. And then the summer visitation. There's no reason for us to have anything different than that, other than you just don't like it. Y'all have been together with the kids, and other than y'all breaking up, there isn't any other reason why the kids shouldn't be around each of you. They did not get, just because y'all two argued, doesn't mean that y'all did anything to your kids. And if the kids are like, when they see parents arguing, they're not going to take a side. They're going to say both my parents were arguing, and so that's still not family violence. Y'all need to make sure that you don't discuss your case around your kids. You need to say positive things about the other parent as much as you can, because it reflects on them what you tell them about the other parent, because they're half of each of you. And anything negative you say, really, it's going to speak negatively of yourself, not the other parent, is the way I look at it. So even though y'all two have issues with each other, romantic issues, those things don't matter to the kids. Y'all may still have some unresolved issues regarding property and your divorce, but those don't matter to the kids. Those are issues between you two. That's something that y'all will have to address at a later date when y'all file for divorce. You're still married. Doesn't matter where you got married. Once you get married, you're married. That's, when this in the United States, we follow the laws of any country that pertain. So in this kind of case, y'all got married. It doesn't matter where you got married. You're married. Okay, so eventually y'all gonna have to file for divorce, and then y'all can deal with your other property issues that I'm not resolving today, if you shall choose. But that's where we are on that. I'm finding that Mr. McKay, you're underemployed, working 14 hours a week isn't going to work for me. Um, and obviously, we can't put you into the job program because you don't live in Collin County. So that won't help. I wish it could. So I'm setting child support at $300 a month instead of the 227, to kind of be somewhere where we need to be, with you working a few more hours than 14 hours. Um, the medical support, I mean, it's going to be $57 a month. That's not really paying much on the 675. But as I explained earlier, we got to figure out another solution for health insurance. And I don't know if there is anything else that we can do, but that's pretty much the max I can set on the medical support. Um, as far as the other issues like the property, I cannot take that as a Child support payment, if she sold your tools or your other property, that doesn't count as child support. That's part of your property issues. So I'm granting a judgment for $822 for back child support, which is the difference in what you have given her in money and what you didn't pay. And you need to pay that at $20 a month until paid in full. Court costs to be paid by Mr. McKay. Dallas County will bill you separately for that. All right, so this is going to be a final order. You have the right to appeal my decision if you choose. Otherwise, either way, this will be the order until you get a judge to do something
Great
different.
news, tons of fun carving. That would be amazing.
Hopefully this will work. I'm trying to be based this on what y'all have presented to me and what is fair and based on the law. As I said at the beginning, you probably both won't like what I ruled, but this is what I think is fair in your case. And then later on, when y'all file for divorce, maybe y'all could ask the judge at that point, maybe to change things, but I think that's what's fair. So we're doing standard visits, child support at $300. All payments have to be paid through the child support office. They cannot be paid directly to the children or to the mother. So any payments will need to be paid through the employer or directly to the child support office. If you become fully employed, Mr. McKay, somewhere, let the Attorney General's office know where that is immediately so they can send out a withholding order so we don't have any gaps in payments. All right, I hope that works for y'all better. Hopefully things will improve from here on. At least that we're taking care of these parts. And it all depends upon how y'all are able to communicate with each other. Y'all have got to communicate regarding your children, even though you may have other issues that are unrelated to them. All right, the Attorney General's office will email you a copy of the order. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Okay, votes in the chat. Should we do another case or should we end it? You tell me. I have a little something that we could do. A little more, a little more, a little more. Where is it now? It is early yet. Although I do have to make dinner just like Nabel does. But that's okay because the ingredients aren't here yet. I will smoke another joint. I've got one lit here. What was that called though? The docket. Oh, there it is. In front of my face. Now, we're not going to watch the whole
Outcast
thing,
up next.
Judge. Hold on. Because what one are we going to watch? We'll watch, I think, the two of them. Is it this one? Oh, yeah. I got to black out some phone numbers. Some of these people just called in, but okay, this guy.
Can't make a right turn from a left parking lot. You can
Hold on,
see into
Judge.
the.
Could you just maybe let us go? This judge is very strict. Okay, here we go.
Of course.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
are good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
I think we'll get another 2, maybe 3 little quick cases. Another. Does not say 57 minutes. No, we can't do 57 minutes. Which is the case? Maybe it wasn't this one.
Sound on the consequence of the infraction.
As 2024 Buick that.
Now I gotta cover this up.
Your last name is Medzinski?
Correct. It's I don't believe that my name is on the ticket because it was a loaner vehicle from the dealership. So it just has 2024 Buick Envision white. I don't know if that's the.
Now, is this a parking ticket?
Correct.
Okay, we're not to the parking tickets yet, so I'm going to need to put you back in the waiting room. I'm going to change your name so we don't lose you because it's just a phone number. And your last name is
do you know
M-O-D?
Nizi, and SKI.
And what's your first name?
Michael. Do you know how long I'm going to be, how long to wait till the parking tickets?
No. The court closes at 4:30 and we'll have the whole docket done before we close. But your matter is not scheduled till 3:31, I believe.
I have 3:01 on the.
Your Honor, I do believe that is my parking citation. I do see the subpoena for 301.
Is that GMC Sarah Buick? Is that a ticket that ends 0669?
Correct.
Okay. And we do have that. And that's citation 25R0000669, parking on private property without the consent of the owner. Are you here to admit or deny responsibility for that infraction, sir?
I thought it was public parking because it's Chipotle. So I don't know.
You got a ticket for parking on private property without the consent of the owner of the property. Are you admitting that happened or are you denying that happened?
I can neither confirm or deny specifically because it's a Chipotle. I don't know if it's private property. I don't know if I have to have consent to park at a Chipotle if I'm going to get Chipotle. Do you see where I'm at? I don't know.
Customer.
I am a Chipotle. I do eat at Chipotle often.
On the first day of February at 5:45 p.m., where were you?
I was at my office.
Where was the vehicle?
Which is down the street at Chipotle. I planned on getting Chipotle after I left the office.
That's not how it works. Obviously, your office doesn't consider itself to be public property, does it?
No, because that's an office building.
Chipotle is a restaurant that offers parking for the people that are eating there, not for people that might eat there a couple times a week. This is a violation. The only reason the police were there is because Chipotle called. Chipotle calls.
Right. So I park at other locations when I go to the office I plan to get a Chipotle that day, and that's why I parked at Chipotle that specific day. I don't park at Chipotle without an intention not to get Chipotle. I park at the parking structure or I park down the street.
An intention to go shop
to
buy something from the restaurant after you've done whatever you need to do at the officer does not correspond with the statute. There's no question here that there was a violation. Planning to go there later does not make you a customer at the time the ticket was issued. The fine is $50, sir. It can be paid online or by mail or at the courthouse counter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chipotle Matter.
Another phone number. Let's see if
I'm no clickbaiter.
we've got one left office here. Office.
I'm a
Let's see if
baiter of
it's
sorts, but
Becky
not a
Chastain.
clickbaiter.
It is.
Oh.
Hello.
And your name is
bitch,
Becky
gotta get your
Chastain?
number covered too.
Yes.
She's annoying.
Okay.
As fuck. Oops, you heard
Your
that.
ticket bears the
Sorry,
caption
I tried to do it and I wasn't very-
24R00923. Ma'am,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
your ticket
Hello?
bears the caption 24R00923. People of the
Correct.
city of Royal Oak versus Becky Deanne Chastain. The ticket was issued on the 6th day of December.
Yes.
You were cited operating while using a mobile electronic device. You can admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
Well, the ticket was written for texting and driving.
Ma'am, I asked you a question.
Well,
You're
the
ticketed
ticket
for operating while using a mobile electronic device. I'm reading the
Yeah.
ticket. Are you
Yes.
responsible for that or not responsible for that?
Yes, with explanation.
You're admitting responsibility with an explanation.
Yes.
What is that, please?
Well, the ticket appeared as though she wrote it for texting and driving. Well, I wasn't texting
I'm
and
reading
driving.
the
I was,
ticket, ma'am. It says operating while using a mobile electronic device.
okay, but when I went to pay it, the fee was for texting and driving, I believe.
They're the same fee.
Right. So actually, the explanation was I was on my way to a doctor appointment. I explained to her too that I was just watching my directions because I was a block from my doctor. She had explained to me and saw that I was literally had on my map, and she had mentioned to me that you need to have it in a holder. I have a little holder that's by my vent, right? But I had it charging because my phone was going low, so I was just holding it in my right hand while I was driving. And she had mentioned, she goes, I've been following you for a mile and you've been texting. And I said, I have not been texting. I'm literally looking at my maps. And then she went on to tell me, it needs to be in a holder. And I explained to her that with my cord, with it plugged in, I couldn't, it wouldn't reach the holder. So I was just holding it in my right hand while I was literally a block from my doctor's appointment.
And that's exactly what the statute prohibits, ma'am.
It's her
You
phone
can't
number.
have it in your hand and be operating the car. You can't have it in your hand while you're stopped at a red light. You cannot have it in your hand. The statute is without any ambiguity whatsoever. And what you did is what constitutes a violation of the statute.
Okay. But
And
it says texting and driving is the fee.
I don't.
And from what I understand, if it happens again, then it's like more points and triple the fee, right? So
No, it's not.
I literally was
It's
not
not more
texting
points
and driving.
because there are no points for this. And
Okay.
if there's a second offense, it is a lot more expensive, but it's not triple.
Okay.
This, with the default fee on the first one, this is $265. You paid the bond, so we will apply the bond. And you are done, but there's no points. We'll apply the bond to
So
the
I'm
fine.
actually being cited for it then, is what you're saying.
Ma'am, I read you the ticket.
No idea that you couldn't have your phone in your hand. I mean, I watch people eat
That's
hamburgers.
against the
so
law. That's what the law prohibits.
You can't look
I
at
didn't write the law.
directions.
You didn't write the law, but that's what the law says.
I
You can't
get
have it
but
in
how
your
am I-
hand when you're in the car. If you're at a red light, you can't have it in your hand. If you pull off the road and park, then you can put it in your hand. But you can't have it while you're operating a car in your hand at all. The statute is there's no wiggle room, there's no ambiguity. It's just absolutely clear. You can't drive with an electronic device in your hand.
I can't look where I'm going if I'm not looking at it, right?
Ma'am, your argument is with the state legislature, not with this court.
I get it. It's just crazy to me that I see people going down the street all day long, texting their head off, and I'm
That's
looking
scary.
in directions. It's very scary, and I never ever do it. I drive for a living. I'm in sales, and I never ever do it. Just one time, I happened to be my phone was going dead. I had to plug it in. I couldn't put it up where I normally always do, and it's just crazy to me that one time I actually looked for directions and then being cited like the same person who drives down in Texas all day long on their phone, like I see every single day, or someone stuffing a hamburger in their face. What's the difference?
If somebody drives a car into a pole and they only do it one time, they're just as dead.
I understand, but is it against the law to eat while you're driving too?
No, I don't think it is.
So as long as you're not holding a phone, you can hold a hamburger.
Yep, that's the statute.
That's bizarre.
Well, your conversation, ma'am, should be with the state legislature.
Okay, then this was a pointless conversation.
Yep, we're all set.
Well, this was a pointless conversation. I was really expecting that you are gonna do exactly what I said and not really ask so many questions. And that just like did not go the way that I was expecting. Yeah, no. Don't text and drive. It's very simple, ma'am. Also, don't fucking admit to it either. That would be the part number 2. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I've set it up to redirect over to Colin's house. I don't know what he's doing over there. It might be a members only. I don't know how that works for redirects. Maybe I'll crowbar you in the door. I don't know. But I will be back tomorrow for my birthday. Thank you all today for the gifts and support. I really appreciate it. And I love you all. Do me a favor. Don't forget that. Don't forget that I love you and I'm proud of you. And we have a party tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I love you. I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Always down and ready to ride. Always down and ready to